Getting going here. Just had another call go a little bit long, but heading out to the office to get set up so we can be comfortable and get going. Um, Geez, I don't even know. I quit counting in terms of what day it is, what number with this whole thing. But oh, it's a little bright. But as they say, whenever you count, you just kind of lose focus of where things are. Just take it one day at a time, right? You don't have to do this don't think about doing this for 5 weeks or 5 days. Think about doing it one day at a time, and then 5 times in a row, right? So, all right, here we go. Into the norm. All right. Cool. Set up. I feel like Mr. Rogers pulling up the bench. All right. So today's topic, hydration. I don't have any set itinerary, so gonna hope for a few questions. But the probably the number one thing, right? Hydration is not just about keeping your body fueled or keeping it hydrated. There's so many other things that hydration contributes to. Besides just keeping fluid in your body. So especially times like this, something that's super helpful. A lot of folks that I work with, especially on in regards to changing eating habits. One of the things that we always try and focus on or emphasize on is how well you're staying hydrated and how much your hydration plays a role in your hunger and in your eating habits. And I've definitely experienced or experimented with it myself, especially in the last few weeks. And you kind of hit those in between meal periods, and you feel a little bit peckish, right? You start kind of recognizing maybe that you're taking a few extra trips to the snack cabinet. One of the things that you can certainly do is maybe just grab a quick or before you grab that snack, just have a think about when was the last time you actually had something to drink. What was it? How much was it? And whenever you're searching for those snacks, just grab a small 8-ounce glass of water, something like that, and let that kind of settle in for a good 10-15 minutes, and then kind of reevaluate what's your hunger like. Hydration is going to help with it can also help kind of just manage your hunger. It's also going to help with your mental focus and your mental performance as well. So, for a lot of athletes that we work with, we always talk about, whenever your body weight drops by, roughly 1% to 2%, you're going to see a decrease in performance. And, a lot of that 1% to 2% loss is going to be from fluid, from hydration. So, even though you're less active right now, you might be less physically active right now, it's still, you still have your mental performance and your mental health that you need to stay on top of. So a lot of times you might get some of those mid-morning or maybe mid-afternoon headaches. Some of it could be staring at a screen. Some of it could be, an onset of dehydration. So sometimes just grabbing a drink of water can help kind of minimize or alleviate some of those minor headaches. And then helping, of course, fewer headaches is going to help you stay focused and stay on task. But again, it's just one of those key things that hydration can really help influence. Now, the big question around hydration is how much, right? A lot of folks are always saying, well, how much should I be drinking, or how do I know if I've had enough? The simple answer to that is it depends. All right. There's obviously a lot of studies and a lot of calculations in terms of this many ounces per pound or per kilogram of body weight, and that's all fine and well. But I'd say the number one thing that people do not factor into their hydration is their food. Thinking about the types of food that you're eating, how much water or how much fluid might be involved, or in the food that you're eating, especially a lot of vegetables, right? Cucumbers, broccoli, even leafy greens, bell peppers, especially. You dry them out, you extract a lot of the water from those types of foods, and certainly not going to look the same. So your body's going to absorb a bit of fluid from that as well that can help keep you hydrated, which means, let's say if you're supposed to be drinking, whatever it is, 180 ounces of water or something like that over the course of a day, well, they don't factor in how much you're getting from the food. So by the time and this is just sporadic, right? There's no formula to it, but if you're eating all the right kinds of foods, then maybe you have to consume 150 ounces of water or something along those lines. Easiest thing is just going off of one, how you feel, and two, the urine test, right? Keep it light yellow. Don't aim for clear all the time, right? If it is clear, that's good, but you don't want to overhydrate to the point that you're actually starting to flush out some of your micronutrients and vitamins and everything else. So be careful about that. But again, just keep in mind that if you're eating the right kinds of food, that is going to help with your hydration as well. And then also measuring it and managing it. So I saw a cool picture, cool infographic. It might be on our timeline, but just take your typical bottle. Okay, I'm not sponsored or anything, so forgive me for that. But what they had actually done was made a timeline on their water bottle. If they fill it up as soon as they wake up, 6 a.m., whatever time that is, 7 a.m., that by 8 o'clock it needed to be down here, and by 9 o'clock it needed to be down here, etc. By 11 o'clock it needed to be empty and then refilled. Full tip that even I really gained and benefited from, and is a good target, right? What they were aiming for is making sure that they had roughly 8 ounces per hour. And then and scheduled out throughout the day, which would help them hit their target. Obviously, if it was a training day, they had worked out in the morning or something like that, you might be covering a little bit more. But again, it was just a good reminder and a good target to aim for. And then another one in terms of hydration is looking at your trips to the bathroom. Okay, I know it's a lot of meetings and I'm drinking a lot of tea or something like that. Anytime that I start making frequent trips, say once an hour, one of the things that I do notice is I'm probably starting to get overhydrated. And this was an older study or older paper that I read a few years back, but I want to say it was one trip every 2 to 3 hours. Is probably a good target, right? Anything more frequent than that, you're probably overhydrating. Anything less than that, one trip every 4 hours or something like that, you might need to be checking your intake a little bit. So that's pretty much it in terms of hydration. We didn't go live on Instagram today, but let me just check and see. No questions coming across here. So yeah. Actually, just got off the phone with a coach and a colleague of mine, and one of the things that we were talking about is that this is a great time to nail down and to sharpen up some of our personal health and eating habits, and so hydration can definitely be a part of that, and like I said, the last thing we want to do is when all this is said and done, that we find out that we gained the COVID-19 pounds. Kind of spin off the freshman 15, but so again, staying on top of your hydration, and it can really be a big player in managing your weight, managing your hunger, managing your snacks and your meals, your snack consumption. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Short huddle. Again, if you're watching this after the fact, you have any questions, comments, tips, suggestions, whatever, feel free to leave a comment, send us a message, send us an email, universalsportsstrength@gmail.com. It's Universal Sports Strength, right, plural. So there's two S's there. But yeah, just touch base with us. Let us know what questions you do have about hydration. If you're finding yourself having any trouble right now, again, getting back into a routine, maybe you're at home and you're consuming a few more sodas or non-ideal snacks than what you would prefer. Maybe you're trying to break yourself of that. Again, just reach out to us. Let us know what questions you do have, what ways we can help, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. But again, big message I want to get across is just how important it is that hydration is more than just about the fluid. It's about the other systems and the other performance areas that it helps or that it influences, especially around your overall health, your mental health. Headaches and mental focus, soreness levels as well can be decreased with ample hydration. Your recovery, and then also, like I said, more importantly, your hunger. So yeah, that's it. Hope everybody else is doing well. We'll be back. Just a reminder, we'll be back on Thursday. Okay, we're not doing every day this week. Actually starting to branch out and do some other stuff with coaches and whatnot on other days. So trying to do as much as we can to help everybody that we can during this time. And we'll come back on Thursday with some more stuff. But stay healthy, stay active, stay fit, and we'll talk soon.